Hey guys, welcome to Traditional Bow Hunting Wilderness Podcast. This is Jason Samkovic. This video we're going to talk about my custom knife that I just got here not too long ago. I love it. It's a pretty awesome knife. I've been using it quite a bit, and I wanted to mention it here and who made it. I'll put a link down there below for you, for a description down in the bottom of this for you for how to get a hold of them. But if you guys know me, you know I love my Azula knife. I use this Azula more than I use anything else. Is this Azula knife? It's the one that rides right here in my pocket on my thing. I use it all the time, that Azula. I also, if you follow my stuff, know that I'm a huge fan of the SE number 4. I use this knife religiously outside. This is kind of my bushcraft, get her done, building traps, doing things like that knife. And mine are all patinaed because of the fact that I've wore the coating off. I take the coating off of them. This one's been modified so it hits a fire striker on the back a little bit. But I mean, I love these knives. I love knives, and I love certain ones. And then my SE6 that I bought last year, absolutely, actually a year and a half ago, but I used the crap out of this knife too. I took the coating off, left it on the handle part on this one. But I use these knives religiously. But what I don't have is I do not have that in between here and here. Okay, my carry Azula that I carry all the time, and my SE number 4 that's my bushcraft knife. I don't have one. Well, they do make one, and I guess I do have it, which is the SE number 3 right here, this is my wife's knife. This is hers. She carries it. She carries it on a dangler. She just locks this right on her belt loop. This is hers. I'm not allowed to touch it. All I get to do is sharpen it. This is her knife. I have to stay away from it. So I've always thought about buying one of these SE3s to fit in that category of right in between. Again, I don't want to cut my fingers off, they're all razor sharp. But I always wanted that number 3 that would fit right between that Azula and that SE number 4. But see how fat that blade is? Not that it's a bad thing, but me personally, I never really it just never really did a whole lot for me compared to the thickness and the shape you get out of that SE4. I don't know, that blade belly just, I don't know, just some reason it doesn't really fit what I'm looking for quite as much. Even the Azula, if you look at the shape of that Azula, it's a little different. But that SE3, fantastic wife. My wife loves it. It's a great knife, perfect setup, nice and lightweight, but not quite what I was after. And then Travis, he came to my deer hunting seminar, and I happened to be checking out his Instagram page, and I saw one of these knives that he made on there. Now I follow him, and he makes a lot of incredible custom knives. I see his stuff on his site all the time. He does incredible work, and some of the most detailed etching, and the stuff that's done on them, they're just beautiful works of art, but fully functional. He knows how to heat treat the right way. He knows how to do this stuff, and he does a good job. Well, I saw a knife on his Instagram, and I told him, I said, hey, bring that knife if you have one. Bring one like that to the class. And he did, and he brought it, and I checked it out. I fell in love with it. I immediately told him I want one. Can you make it out of 1095? His was made out of W1. He said, yeah, I can. And so he built it for me, and I love it. And this is it right here. This is that knife. This is that, I don't even know what he calls it, what model it is. He's got other ones out there, but the detail in this thing is absolutely incredible, and it's exactly what I'm looking for. So what you have is a knife that is a little bigger than my Azula. It is smaller than my SE4, obviously a million miles smaller than my SE6, but it is basically the exact same size as a SE number 3, but with the blade profile that I like a lot better. You put these two almost right on top of each other, line them up tip to tip. I mean, that is almost an identical knife, with the exception that, if you can see on there, that knife from Travis is actually thicker. That's 3/16 thickness. The SE number 3 is thinner. And that's the other thing I didn't care for about the SE. You look at the 3 and the 4. Nothing wrong with this 3. It's a great knife. Don't get me wrong. Great knife. But look at the thickness of that blade on that spine compared from the 3 to the 4. Even my SE Azula is almost thicker than the SE number 3 is, as far as that spine goes. So that's kind of interesting how they do that with that 3. But again, incredible knife. I mean, this thing has been time tested and proven. Don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking it at all. But I never bought one for myself because it didn't fit the bill I wanted. This one from Travis, absolutely incredible. I'll bring you in and show you some close-up detail of it as well, too, because it's amazing what's on there. But I'll give you a couple other size references. Here's a regular Doug Ritter Special Benchmade Griptilian. About the same thing. It's your normal size hunting knife. Here's an old classic Schrade, or similar to a Buck 110 Hunter that everybody's grandpa used. More deer have probably been gutted and skinned with a Buck 110 Hunter, or this Schrade knife, than any other knife ever made. You can see, a little smaller even than one of those are, you know, not quite as big as that is. So just a phenomenal size knife. I love the choil in here so that I can choke right up on that blade. I can get right up on there. You'll see when I bring you in, I have grip, texture in this file work, or I don't know how he did this work, because that doesn't look like file down here. I don't know how he does this, but it's just amazing, the detail in here. But it gives me grip on there. I can get right up in there so that I can run that finger for skinning or for gutting animals. Nice, you know, thick 3/16 perfect thickness spine on there. Just a beautiful, beautiful knife design, and it fits that perfect spot right between all three of those knives. See that? It fills that spot between my beloved Azula and my favorite SE number 4. It fits right in there perfectly. So what I'm going to do is I'll bring this over here. I think we should have light, so I'm just going to bring it right around and show you. He also makes some, when you get one, if you're looking for one from him, he's got some really cool dangler sheaths on there too, and some other options for sheathing with a combination of leather and kydex. I make my own, so I told him I don't want a sheath for it. Don't even bother sending one. I'm going to make my own, and I do. I mean, it is a simple, you know, .06 kydex neck sheath or neck knife, because this is going to be a hunting knife. This is going to stay in my pack and hunt. Now, mine has actually been patinaed. All right, so I actually put a patina on here. I've already got this from him, and it was stonewashed. And I used it a whole bunch and tested it. I wanted to make sure it was exactly what I wanted. Make sure I didn't have any hot spots, because if there was, being a simple knife like this, I could grind them out or do whatever I need to. So I used this quite a bit. Wore that stonewash finish down a little bit on there. It was looking a little rough. So I did like I do to every one of my knives. I put a nice patina on the blade. All these knives, they get used every year, all the time, but when I'm done with them at the end of the season and I'm going to put them away, I take 10 minutes and use vinegar, and I put a nice patina on them. Every single one. This one rides in my pocket. I haven't put a patina on that Azula. I want to say it's probably been pushing close to a month and a half, and it just maybe even 3 months, but the patina works great. Well, so this one, what I did is I took it before doing this video here. I just got done putting a brand new patina on it, and then I just resharpened the edge up and got it all set. Now this knife is going to go with me on my pig hunt in a week and a half when I head down to Georgia. I'm taking this knife with me down there as my actual knife that I'm going to use down there. So you know, give it a good test. So I'm really excited about it. Sheath wise, like I said, I just use it. I just made it where it's a simple. You know, so when I'm actually working on an animal, I can put it on right like this. Just a nice little neck knife right there, simple to get, easy, functional. So that's what I did with it. I'll actually leave this out and show you. So I'm going to come around on this side of this table, and we're going to see here how's that lighting here. I'm going to turn the light so it's actually better for you. Like this, which should, there we go, give us pretty good light so you can get the detail in this. But this right here, as you can see, is that awesome knife that he's got, that he built. And look at the detail in the edges on there. You get up here, there you go. But look at the detail in there, and I got that light set so that it should catch on different angles for you. Thing is just incredible. On this side, he's got that awesome compass that's in there. I'm going to come in closer here and see. I'm watching this and trying to see where I can get you at. But you can see he's got the compass built right into the blade there. Actually etched right in. Just like I said, perfect setup. Look at that detail in the spine on there. That gives you grip and traction on there. It's almost like jimping on there, sort of. Great blade. Just awesome setup. That handle. Now, if you look at that handle, look at the texturing in that actual handle. Let me get that where it's centering. Right there. Look at the detail and texture on that actual handle too. So you get very good grip on this knife. It's incredibly done. I mean, the detail and fit and finish and everything on this is just straight up flawless. This knife is incredible on every level. I am so excited to actually, you know, use this on animals. Like I said, my testing on it, this thing has been just phenomenal and incredible on every kind of level. So I thought I'd take a minute and show it to you. I will put, like I said, down here on the bottom of the screen, you're going to see how to get a hold of him on Instagram and that kind of stuff if you're interested in one of his knives. But just absolutely beautiful work. You can't go wrong. He does a great job. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. There it is for you, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.